With so many available trims for the Ram 1500, it may get hard to decide on which one to pick. With different features available on different options, it can stir up a lot of questions. So I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the exterior, the interior, as well as the engine, and a test drive of the Ram 1500 Bighorn, the Laramie, the very cool Ram Rebel, as well as the limited trim, and they're all available with the Hemi e-torque engine, which blends the V8 power with electric. This right here is a 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Edition, and this vehicle is located at Earnhardt Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram out here in Gilbert, Arizona. And in this video, we're going to explore the exterior, the interior, the engine, as well as going to test drive. The Bighorn comes with chrome on the front bumper, as well as chrome on all the other badges. And as you see, this one says 1500 Hemi e-torque. We're going to explore what that means in a minute. As you walk around, notice the side view mirror has a blinker light. And though the badging may have chrome, there's no chrome anywhere else. Everything else is blacked out. For example, the door handles, the door trim, as well as the A-pillows and B-pillows have this matte black for more of a rugged look. Also, when you look at the wheels, it comes in 18-inch rims, and the chrome continues to the bumper and the exhaust tips, as well as the remaining badging in the back. So when you come around the back, you notice the plugs for the towing, as well as a backup camera here by the tailgate. And you see it's a slow closing assist. Not electronic, but it does slowly descend in a controlled manner. When you grab this nice rugged door handle, you're greeted by a beautiful yet simplistic interior with a nice feeling armrest and nice white stitching to accompany it, as well as some stylistic trim features. When you climb into your seat, you have adjustable seats and a cutting edge modern design for the interior layout. When I hop inside of the Ram 1500 Bighorn version, it does have cloth seats, but these cloth seats are still very nice and stylistic with the available white stitching in the front, back seats, and throughout the entirety of the cab. Oh yeah, and it's on the armrest as well. And you can tell how much care they put into the fine details when it comes to the interior, because if you look around, you just notice there's detail and aesthetic beauty all throughout the entirety of this cab. Speaking of seats, let's talk about seating space in the back seat. This being the quad cab option, this isn't the biggest back seat available, but we're gonna see what it feels like. I'm 6 feet tall and I'm gonna get my front seat set to a nice comfortable position with the help of my electronic adjustable seats. And I'm gonna hop behind myself just to see how much space I have. Let's see, grab this nice convenient handle right here. Granted, it's not the biggest seat. I was still very generous with my front seat position. I gave myself plenty of space and made myself really comfortable. And to be honest, I'm mostly legs anyway. Now, since I'm already back here, I'm gonna show you some of the features that's in the back seat before I go to the front seat and explain everything else. When you look directly behind the middle back seat, you'll notice a small window right here. This thing can actually move to the side electronically, as well as there's storage spots behind the front seats, 2 cup holders, and a moderately adjustable climate control in the back seat. Now, if you have one of these pickup trucks and you want to load stuff up inside instead of just using the back, you can lift these seats up right here. Very simply, it's meant to do that. There's no switches, no latches you have to undo just to be able to do that. Very easy. And very sturdy as well. Now here's a bit of honesty. The 1500 Bighorn version is not the most luxurious based interior. Now as you can see, this 8.4-inch screen is crystal clear. The climate control features on the Bighorn version feature knobs, but both front seats come heated, as well as a heated steering wheel. You also got trailer adjustment, traction control, and tow haul button. Down below you got 2 USB, USB-C, as well as auxiliary port. Now when you come to the driver information side, the left side of the steering wheel features 4 buttons that control this small media screen right here. That's most of your driver information, so you can see things like your miles, fuel economy, trip information, etc. The right side of the steering wheel controls your cruise control, as well as you got a gear limit control button right here. One of my favorite things about the newer 1500 trucks is the shifter position. Instead of it being a handle or just a knob for one hand, you have this spinning knob right here. So when the vehicle's on, you just spin it left and right very simplistically. This version also comes with automatic start stop. Last thing on the interior, I want to show you the available storage spaces. So down here in the center console, on the armrest, you have storage down here, another storage container, as well as a deeper storage container that has a sliding tray so you can make the most use of your storage available in this truck, as well as the glove compartment, as well as the normal glove compartment. Now, as I said, this is the Hemi e-torque engine. We're going to pop the hood and check this out. Very simply, I can open it with one hand. And this is the 5.7 liter Hemi e-torque engine. It's a newer, more modern style to the Hemi V8 engine. So what the e-torque is a hybridized version of the Hemi V8. As you see right here, this is where your e-torque comes from. And you see an E right there. It's almost self-explanatory because that means electric torque. with an available 130 foot-pounds of additional torque on top of the already powerful 410 foot-pound torque and 390 horsepower. Now, it's not categorized as a full hybrid engine, but it is semi-hybrid. It allows you to store up electric energy to assist with your takeoff, because if you don't know, when you first start going, that's when you consume the most fuel. So the e-torque motor assists the V8 engine with the most difficult portion of the driving. Now I'm about to take this vehicle on a test drive. I'm going to explore the features of the e-torque engine, as well as give my feedback on what it's like to drive and how it drives in normal conditions. All right, let's start this thing up. So even though it has all that available power, it's not obnoxiously loud. Like I said before, one of my favorite features is how easy it is to shift. No longer do you have to pull the tree down hard. No longer do you have to push the knob up anymore. It's just a spin of a knob. So simple. Okay, first off, this vehicle is big, but it doesn't feel big. It still drives very smoothly, especially when you first take off the line. Nice, smooth acceleration. You can feel all the power. It has no hesitation when it gets going because it has over 400 foot-pounds of torque. Especially with the Hemi e-torque, not only do you get more power, you also save gas as well. When you put your foot on the brake completely, the engine cuts off. That's the automatic start-stop feature. Another means of saving gas for your vehicle, because one of the things that give V8s a bad rep is a lot of people don't like them because they're known for getting bad gas mileage. So me personally, it makes me happy to know that Ram is taking such strides towards the future. Another feature that the e-torque engine does, it has a regenerative braking feature. This allows it to gather stored energy that would have been just lost when you're stopping normally without the e-torque engine. And also, if you pay attention closely, you can hear the little slight whining noise from the electric motor. So you can actually hear it working to your benefit. So yes, this vehicle doesn't come with every single feature that Ram produces for the Ram trucks, but you still get plenty of very valuable features. I hope you're getting value from this video. I hope you learned something, because even though I listed a lot of features, this vehicle has so many more features than I'm able to list. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is a 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie. Now, in my previous video, I did the Bighorn version, and just from first glance, I can already tell there's a few differences, big differences. Now, at first glance for the Laramie, you'll notice a significant aesthetic difference, as well as beautifully styled LED headlights, chrome badging in the front, as well as chrome badging on the emblems, and there's also a chrome plate on the side of your mirror. This version of the Ram comes with a little bit more stylistic 20-inch rims, as well as I noticed a couple of technological advances in this vehicle as well. You can lock and unlock the vehicle with the touch of a button. The window trim comes matte black as well, and also the matte black translates throughout the entire vehicle as far as the trim portions, as well as the top of the bed. When you come around to the back, you'll notice LED style tail lights. Also, when you look at the bed, you'll notice that stylistic touch translates all the way to the back of the vehicle. The backup camera is directly connected to the handle, and when you look closely, you'll notice a light here to open this up nice and smoothly. It has a spring assist inside of there. Let's check out the inside. The armrest has a nice, soft touch feeling leather, as well as complementary aesthetic details, and a stitching that goes from the doors to the interior of the cab, connected to the seats, armrest, as well as the rest of the vehicle. I want to talk about the seats for a moment, because I believe these seats inside of these vehicles deserve a little bit of attention, because the attention to detail inside these vehicles is like next level. It makes me proud to say that I'm a Ram fan. Not just a Ram fan, I think I'm a Stellantis fan. You know, Ram, Dodge, Jeep products that really pay close attention to detail. So this vehicle comes with beautiful leatherette seats with nice suede touches, as well as the name Laramie stitched in there. But the stylistic touches also translate to the back seats as well. I'm gonna hop in the back seat. Now, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm sitting directly behind myself. Compared to the quad cab, the crew cab has a significant increase in space back here. Like, my legs aren't even at a 90-degree angle. I'm almost able to just put my legs out straight. So much space, I don't know what to do with it. But inside the back, there's more than just a few features available. Not only can your seats fold up for easy access to extra storage, as well as your center console comes with 2 USB-Cs, USB, as well as a 115-volt plug and 2 cup holders. So yes, both seats come up. So if you got something you want to load in here that you don't want to load in the back, you got plenty of space back here, as well as extra storage is right here with latch that comes up and a tray that comes out. So if you put something in there that's kind of messy, it's easy to clean up. Not to mention 4 hooks, 2 on each side, so just in case you want to put something in here and strap it down. So when you look right here, there's also an armrest with 2 cup holders, and also this right here is an electric sliding window. So in the interior of this model, it has way more features. This one has the top screen that's available, a 12-inch multimedia screen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and more, as well as an additional 7-inch screen for driver information. When we turn this on, you see that it has a nice, beautiful display. Nice and crisp, high definition screen with illuminated buttons down here. Push button climate control on the sides, as well as a touch climate control option as well. It comes with heated and cooled seats and a heated steering wheel as well. Not to mention navigation, phone options, vehicle options, as well as apps. Down below, you'll see buttons for trailer adjustment, as well as traction control, tow haul, rear parking warning off, and front parking warning off. Now over on the left side, you'll see the 7-inch screen right here. This is all your driver cluster information, so you can see your mileage, speed, maintenance, miles per hour. You can see tire pressure, fuel economy, as well as your standard gauges on the side. Now this being the 4-wheel drive option, when it comes time to switching to 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive low, convenience is the main word to use here, because all you have to do is push a single button to get things rolling. And since this vehicle comes with automatic start stop feature, if you want to turn that off, just push the off button right here. As well as down here, you have an electronic parking brake, pedal adjustment buttons, and dimmer light switches. Now when it comes to storage, you got a few different amenities. Right here under the armrest, you got 2 different spots. The main portion, which is a standard storage section with a USB port in there, you close and pull the second switch. There's a secondary storage portion with a light down there, as well as a slidable bin with cup holders and an additional 115-volt plug. Now before we go on a test drive, we're going to check out the engine, because this version is the Hemi e-torque engine. And when you pop the hood, it's as easy as one hand. Pop that open, is nice, clean interior. And here it is, the 5.7 liter V8 Hemi engine with the e-torque feature. E-torque meaning electric torque assist. It's a hybridized version, more modern version of the simple Hemi V8 engine, though this V8 engine is nowhere near simple. This is the most modern and advanced version of a Hemi engine. Now what the Hemi e-torque engine can do is aid you in not only increasing your performance, but as well as your fuel economy, because the additional 130 foot-pounds of torque that's available from the e-torque engine helps you get off the line better, because when you get off the line, that's when the vehicle has to work the hardest, and that's one of the points when the vehicle uses the most fuel. So with the addition of the e-torque motor, you turn a normal Hemi into a hybridized Hemi. Not a full-blown hybrid, but it's hybridized engine, semi-hybrid. And the Hemi engine itself puts out 410 foot-pounds of torque and 390 horsepower. Let's go for a test drive. All right, let's get this started. Wow, sounds good. Powerful, yet modern. So it's not overly loud, so you don't have to worry about disrupting your neighbors. It pulls off nice and smoothly. I feel like I have my own little chamber inside of here because it's so quiet. And like I said, it gives you a nice, comfortable feeling. It's nice and quiet inside of here. Now keep in mind this vehicle has 410 foot-pounds of torque and 390 horsepower with an available 130 foot-pounds of torque from the e-torque motor that's inside this vehicle. Using the brakes feels nice and strong. The brakes feel like they grab it very good, especially for this being such a big vehicle. Has a nice, smooth, floaty, comfortable ride. It absorbs the minor bumps and divots inside the road with no problem. Compared to my old pickup truck I used to have, this thing is smooth. It changes the name of what you expect a truck to drive like, because this feels more like the suspension of like a big car or something. It just feels so smooth. Now this vehicle comes with a nice Alpine stereo system, which offers nice crisp sound. When I put it, the navigation gives you a nice big clear screen so you can see everything you need to do. Overall, just gives you a very good experience. Also, one of the most valuable systems in this vehicle is the backup camera, as well as the front and back obstacle detection. Because when you're backing up, sometimes the backup camera isn't enough, even though there is 3 warning spots, the red, yellow, and the green zone. Sometimes you want to be able to have a little bit of a radar to tell you if you're getting close to something. Just like that. So if you're someone who's in the market for a Ram 1500, be sure to check out the other videos on this vehicle because I'm going to be doing a video of most of the trims that's available all the way up to the Limited. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you gained value from it, and thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. This right here is a 2023 Ram Rebel 1500. In my opinion, I'd say that this version of the Ram 1500 is the most different because this one combines the rugged feel of Ram trucks combined with some of the most advanced technology available from Ram today. So besides these beautiful LED headlights, you get a completely blacked out grille, tow hooks, and emblems as well. And in the front, you'll see these obstacle avoidance sensors, but there's more. But also blacked out vents and also a really cool decal. The Ram Rebel pushes it to the edge when it comes to style and ruggedness. Because when you search on this vehicle, you won't find a drop of chrome. So not only is there a badge on the front, but there's also a badge on the back on both sides of the bed. And though this one may come with 18-inch wheels, it comes with some very beefy, rugged all-terrain tires. So nice, vibrant LED taillights in the back, as well as blacked out emblems. So in the back, just by the rear view camera, when you push the button to open the back, it can open up nice and smoothly because it has spring assist. So not only is the vehicle shrouded in matte black trim, it's also got a couple of hints of gloss black. On the door handle, you can push the button to lock and unlock the doors. And when you open the door, you get a nice feeling armrest accompanied with nice white stitching right here that carries out throughout the entire cab in Ram style. But this seats are a little bit different because you get a little bit more bolstering on the side, given the performance style of this vehicle. And also you get big letters saying Rebel on the seat. You're gonna hop in. Now it takes a little bit more effort to hop in this thing. I don't know if it's because of the bigger tires, but that's a good thing. So the interior of this vehicle is very stylistic, and as well as it's huge because this one is the crew cab version. And if you're unaware, Ram trucks have some of the biggest back seats that you can get. So I'm 6 feet tall. I'm gonna set my seat in a nice comfortable spot, and I'm gonna go sit behind myself to show you how much space I actually have. So the back seat of this has plenty of space, and that's literally an understatement. Accompanied with a ridiculously nice interior inside this vehicle, it's a nice package. So you get a nice spill-proof floor liner, 2 cup holders, 2 USB-Cs and USB, and a 115 volt plug right here. As well as both of these seats can come up for additional storage, an additional storage compartment right here. It goes up and down easily too. But there's also an armrest with 2 additional cup holders, as well as an electric sliding window back here. So this rugged combination of full-on truck potential mixed with technology is one of the best packages that you can get, especially for someone who wants to be able to get the most out of their truck. Because this vehicle comes with plenty of storage available, 1 storage compartment with a USB plug for charging, an additional bigger storage compartment, as well as a sliding bin. And when you turn this on, you get this huge 12-inch multimedia screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and so many more features. Home, media, touch climate control, as well as push button climate control with heated seats and heated steering wheel, as well as trailer adjustment buttons, traction control, tow haul, and parking warning buttons that you could turn on and off. Not to mention additional charging ports, USB-Cs and USBs down here. There's also an additional full digital display right here for all your driver information. This screen up here can be controlled down here on the left side of the steering wheel. So you can change things up here the way it looks, and it just gives you that nice customizable feeling when you're inside the vehicle. I like the way it was before. Just like that. I like that. Now this screen isn't touch, but that doesn't mean it's not glorious. On the right side of the steering wheel, you got your cruise controls, as well as right below it, you got gear limit controls. And if I didn't mention it before, this vehicle comes in a Harman Kardon stereo system, and that means premium sound. So premium sound all throughout the whole sound range, all the way up. Clear, crisp bass, like it's nice. Down here you have an electric parking brake, as well as an adjustable driver's pedal. Well, let's pop the hood. Because this 1500 comes with the Hemi e-torque engine, you can open the hood easily, one hand, literally just on the thumb, and press it up. And there it is right there, the 5.7 liter V8 Hemi engine with the e-torque motor feature. Now what the e-torque feature is a hybridization for the Hemi 5.7 liter engine. Because the engine alone makes 410 foot-pounds of torque and 390 horsepower. But with this e-torque motor, you get an available additional 130 foot-pounds of torque. Now that's ridiculous. Now the purpose of that is to aid in fuel economy and power off the line. But the battery is not big enough for them to call it a full-blown hybrid. That's why it's a hybridized engine. Semi-hybrid. Let's go for a drive though. Oh, let's turn this thing on. Has a nice sound to it without being too loud, as well as you get this nice display right here, nice and modern looking. Put it in drive and let's go. And the first thing you notice when you roll the windows all the way up, It's just how quiet it sounds. It sounds nice and pristine in here. Now, something most people do before they go anywhere, they put their vehicle in reverse. And you should rest assured that this vehicle comes with 3 warning areas, red, yellow, and green. But that's not it. Because when you come to the driver's side, you can see the radars, and the range goes out ridiculously far. On my previous videos, I did the Bighorn and the Laramie, and the radars didn't go out this far. How far you can detect an obstacle. Another one of my favorite features is the loss of the tree and the shifter that would be here in the middle. Now you just use a spindle, switch it to drive, and also if you want to switch to 4-wheel drive, it's as easy as a push of a button. But there's a couple extra buttons down here. There's an axle lock button. This vehicle also comes with automatic start-stop feature. I'm driving by the other trims of the Ram 1500, so make sure you check those other vehicles out. The Bighorn, the Laramie, the Rebel I'm doing right now, and the Limited is going to be next. And first thing you notice, even though this one's the Rebel, it's a little bit more aggressive kind of feeling. It still has the same amount of horsepower and torque as the other versions, but this one just feels a little bit more rugged when you drive. But you still maintain all the technology that comes with this and that nice, quiet, pristine driver feel that comes on these new Ram trucks. The suspension that comes on these vehicles is top-notch levels of smoothness. All right, so I'm gonna start off in normal mode. I'm not sure if the gearing's a little bit different in this one, but I feel like this one gets a little more giddy up than the other versions. So that means plenty of bottom end torque, so whenever you want to just put your foot on that throttle, you got plenty of power to just go. As well as there's a couple of different modes on this vehicle. When you go into the settings, you push the vehicle button, and then there's an off-road page. It lets you see the parameters, and it lets you see what's really going on inside the vehicle. Right now it says steering angle. You can see if your sway bar is disconnected, transfer case too high, rear axle locker is set to unlock right now. You can also go to accessory gauges, and you can also go to my favorite, pitch and roll. Because when you're going off-road, one of the last things you want to do is roll over. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you gained value from this video. And if you're in the market for a Ram 1500, check out the other videos on the other trims, and come down to Earnhardt Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Gilbert, Arizona. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. This right here is a 2023 Ram 1500 Limited Crew Cab 4x4. So it's pretty obvious to see that this version of the Ram 1500 is like top tier. As you can see, the LED style headlights as well as the halogen bulbs in there, accompanied with this combination of gloss black and chrome grille, 2 huge chrome tow hooks, a beautiful paint job with a little bit of technology hidden in there. And you can see most of the badging is chrome, as well as the side view mirrors have chrome plate on them. But this one has chrome trim along the windows, as well as chrome in the middle of the door. But this one comes in a very stylish pair of 20-inch rims, lights on the side view mirror, as well as a retractable step. So it's easy to say this vehicle is a combination of technology and top-level performance. Because not only does the back come in LED lights, you got your chrome lettering and badging, a light under the door handle where the rear view camera is, as well as when you pop this open, it has a spring assist to make the opening of this nice and smooth. It has a door that can unlock and lock, just a touch of a button. As well as when you open the door, you have top level attention to detail inside this vehicle. Premium style stitching, a very comfortable soft touch armrest, and a very attractive speaker housing. But the stylistic cues of this vehicle translate throughout the entirety of this vehicle. And you can tell the way they pay close attention to detail, especially with this extremely stylistic embroidering around the entire seats. You can notice this throughout the entire cab. So the stitching goes from the front of the cab as well as the dashboard, and it carries all the way onto the side of the doors and the back seat as well. So these seats back here are really comfortable. They have a light level of bolstering back here, plenty of arm support, and it just feels good to sit right here. But if you're wondering what it's like to sit in the back seat, I'm going to show you, because the crew cab Ram 1500s have some of the biggest back seats available. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm gonna sit behind myself just to give you a comparison. Hopping in the back seat behind myself. Wow, this is like, this is top level compared to the other trims. The other trims are very nice, don't get me wrong, but this one is like taking everything that Ram has to offer and stuffing it all in one vehicle. Like, this vehicle is like, dare I say, over the top. It's not over the top, but it's definitely, I feel like it's definitely worth it, because there's so much in here, so much details. So not only do you get ample space, you also get extra space for storage in case you need it. And these seats come up and down super easily. Come right here, you have 2 cup holders, USB and USB-C heated and cooled seats in the back seat. Now that's nice. As well as a 115 volt plug. This small window right here is actually an electronic controlled sliding window. You can push one push of a button. And this is the next level armrest right here. Pull right here, comes down, and it's big. So not only do you got 2 extra cup holders here, you even got a storage container under the armrest for the passengers in the back seat. Now that's nice. Sitting back here, I feel like something official back here, really. Another thing, when you step out of the vehicle, you have this step here that feels nice and sturdy. Another level of convenience. So besides the addition of this premium sound system from Alpine, you also get adjustable foot pedal and electronic parking brake. And these are your lights and dimmers right here. And since this is the 4-wheel drive option, it comes with the convenient, nice and easy one-touch buttons, as well as the engine has an automatic start-stop feature. And this is the Hemi e-torque engine, so we're going to check that out in a second. When you turn on the multimedia system, you see it looks nice and beautiful, very responsive, 12-inch screen. This looks like a giant iPhone right here. You have climate control on the left and right side with push buttons, heated and cooled seats, as well as heated steering wheel. You can also go to vehicle and check up your extra settings, power slide set, mirror dimmer, and rear view camera. You can also check out your apps. And then when you come down here, you have the most features available on the Ram trucks. Adjustable ride height, traction control, tow haul, and parking sensors that you can turn on and off, as well as your towing adjustment. Down below, you have 2 USB-Cs and USBs as well. I just want to show you some of the storage. Underneath this beautiful embroidered and stitched armrest right here, 1 storage compartment with a USB slot for charging, as well as a secondary storage compartment that's so big I feel like I put my whole arm in there almost. Not to mention an additional compartment for additional storage. Hold your change in there, as well as a sliding tray, 2 extra cup holders right there, and a 115-volt plug down there. There's also an additional storage compartment here, right above the glove compartment, and then of course your regular glove compartment. But this isn't the only screen. We can't forget the driver information here, because this isn't just a screen. This is a completely digital dashboard with all your driver information that you would need. So the gauges on here are completely adjustable. Right now it's a horizontal RPM, but just the push of a button and you can change what you see here. So navigation, do you want to see your driver information, trailer tow? Do you want to see audio, messages? There's so much more you can put inside here. And you can also even set up the screen, customize however you want to. You can change what you want to see on here, speedometer, digital, and analog too. Now before we go on this quick test drive, we're going to explore the options with this Hemi e-torque engine. So I got the hood pop, and you can literally open it with one hand. See? So simple. And here we have it, the beautiful 5.7 liter V8 with the e-torque feature. Now right off the bat, the 5.7 liter Hemi boasts 410 foot-pounds of torque and 390 horsepower. But where it benefits is the e-torque motor, because that adds an available 130 foot-pounds of torque. And what this is meant to do is increase fuel economy and power by giving extra power off the line. So you get a little bit of an added burst of power at the beginning when you hit the throttle. And it aids the engine where it performs the worst, because where it performs the worst is right off the line. So it's not a hybrid, it's a hybridized Hemi engine. The battery isn't big enough for it to be called actual hybrid. That's why it's a hybridized or semi-hybrid. Let's go for a test drive though. Utilize this convenient step before I hop in the vehicle. Let's go ahead and start it up. Sounds very nice and looks very nice as well. And I love the way the theatrical display looks. Crispy clean here and crispy clean here as well. Very responsive screen over here. Something I didn't mention before was the shiftable knob right here. So instead of being a column shifter or a hand shifter in the center column, you have a knob here. Very simple, nice and convenient. So I think convenience is where they're going with these new Ram trucks. So even when you want to switch to 4-wheel drive, because this is a 4-wheel drive option, just a push of a button is all it takes. Now since this vehicle has the ride height adjustment, I'm going to test that out during the ride. Many people, before they go anywhere, they put the vehicle in reverse. Now you hear that noise? This is part of the obstacle detection sensors that's in the front and back of the vehicle. And you can see how far the range is. Right now, I'm within the 3rd bar. That's because right now I'm in the showroom. But I just wanted to show you that. So let's go. So right now the ride height of the vehicle is sitting at the 2nd lowest setting. You can only have it at the lowest setting when the vehicle's at park. Other than that, it automatically is going to raise to the driving setting. Now, if this is anything like the quad lift suspension in the Jeep Grand Cherokee that's available, this is going to be interesting. So first thing you notice is how quiet the interior is. I almost feel like I have my own sense of ambiance, like I have my own place, almost like I'm in an office or something. Now when you get going, you're surrounded by like all kinds of beautiful technology, nice looking gauges, and for this being a full-size truck, this thing drives smooth. I had a pickup truck years ago, and it didn't drive nowhere near as smoothly as this. If anything, it resembles closer to how a car's suspension is. So I'm going to adjust this while I'm driving. Let's see what it can do. Go to the third. So not only do I see an indication of here of it raising by blinking, it also shows it up here. So I set the vehicle to the highest setting, and I'm going to get out just to see what it looks like comparatively. I'm going to park right next to a Ram Rebel, just so we can see what they look like side by side. It feels very sturdy. I feel big. And the thing I like about it the most is there's just so much technology, so much comforts inside of this vehicle, so many amenities to make you feel comfortable when you're riding. I definitely can see myself going on a nice long road trip with this vehicle. I probably can go from here all the way up to Washington, 17-hour drive, and be just fine, because this vehicle feels refined, smooth, powerful, and because the e-torque version, you can get a little bit better gas mileage. Keeping in perspective that this is a pickup truck, it's got some pretty good giddy up. It's very satisfying feeling. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, be sure to check out the videos on the other trim that's available, because there's options for everybody. I hope you found value in this video, and hopefully you learned something to benefit yourself. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.